A very warm welcome indeed to the MSV Arena for tonight's game, a top game in the third division of German football. MSV Duisburg against Rot-Weiss Essen. That's Essen in their red shirts, unsurprisingly MSV Duisburg at home in blue and white. And just take a look at that, a sold out house here in Duisburg, a derby 15 years in the making. Essen playing their football just a handful of kilometres away from here, and the fans have come out in full force for this evening's derby, the biggest game of the weekend in the third division. It feels more like a Bundesliga game. This kind of atmosphere and this kind of occasion, it doesn't come around every week in the third division, but we've got one tonight. Patrick Ittrich will be the referee. He will have to watch over what promises to be a feisty derby between these two third division sides. Duisburg and Essen both looking to battle back from defeats on the opening day, this being match day 2 in the third division. So you might see some markings on the field. There's a European American football team who play their games in this stadium as well, but tonight the MSV Arena is back for its main function, and that is as the home of the Zebras, MSV Duisburg. A fantastic tifo from the fans, a really nice initiative from them as well tonight. The Zebras, they clubbed together a fund to make sure that everybody could attend this game, whether they can afford it or not. All from Duisburg and Essen are welcome. And match day 2 of the third division is about to get underway. Captain of Duisburg, Moritz Stoppelkamp, is waiting for the instruction from Patrick Ittrich, and there it is. It will be time to go. Friday night football for those here in Germany. If you're listening to me on the English language feed, I can presume you're watching from further around the world, far and wide of course. It's an absolute pleasure to have you with us for this match tonight. Third division action, a completely full house, beautiful conditions, lovely and sunny in Duisburg, but not too hot either. The grass is fairly long on the pitch. Pre-match inspection looked pretty long, pretty soft. The ball won't be moving around too quickly, but the players will be trying to inject as much tempo into the early stages of this game as they can. And it won't be long before we can really tell that this is a derby on the football field as well, and not just in the stands. 15 years since the last meeting between these two local rivals, and back then it was a game for the ages. Will we have another one tonight? Last time things couldn't have been much more different. Duisburg edged it 1-0 and secured promotion to the Bundesliga. For Essen, it's been the other way since that game. That fateful game back at the end of the 2006-2007 season. A long, hard battle back into the professional leagues. But they have made it back in the third division now after winning the regional league last season. An incredible finish for Rot-Weiss Essen. They won all the way down the stretch, every single game for the last 7 or 8 game weeks. Edging the league title just on goal difference as well. A fantastic culmination to what was a brilliant season, and now they've got to back that up in the professional leagues. Thorsten Siegner and Dabrowski, the two coaches tonight, who will come out on top. Quick free kick taken. Little spot of sun there on the far side. Duisburg almost blinded over on that touchline. Nevertheless, they recycle it back and they go again. Duisburg in blue and white attacking down the right hand side. The home team roared on by 30,000 or thereabouts in the MSV Arena. They've won the throw-in as well. Lawrence Enali not particularly happy with the decision, but he'll have to live with it. Duisburg throw. They've gone short. It's defended well. A chance for Rot-Weiss Essen to break, perhaps. Ball's won back. Referee waving him to their feet. First shooting chance. It's lashed over the top. It's a new man in the side, Chinedu Akene. 2 changes from Duisburg coach Thorsten Ziegler for tonight's game, and that was the first real attacking action. A little bit of controversy. Rot-Weiss Essen fancied a free kick there, but the through ball was a lovely one into the path of the 23-year-old Akene. A former Hoffenheim man just leaned back, hit it over the top. Nice passing again. The header's knocked on. Appeals for handball there. Alain Bakir wanted the free kick in what would have been a very dangerous position. He's having a word with the referee again there, just saying it came off the wrist of the defender. Patrick Ittrich didn't see it that way. And it does already feel somewhat like a derby. Incredible atmosphere in the stands. And the tackle's now flying in on the pitch too. No cards as of yet, but we're only 4 minutes into the game. Referee might be thinking about his first one here. He's going to let it go for now, Patrick Ittrich. If you get the cards out within the first 5 minutes of the derby, you could be making a rod for your own back. But actually, it was a pretty rough challenge from Marvin Bacalors. And he was perhaps slightly fortunate not to go into the book. Free kick, first set-piece opportunity. Tarnat looks to be the one to take it. What can he do with his right foot? Lifts it in towards the D, but it wasn't high enough. It was headed away simply. And the Essen defence have got to deal with this, and they haven't done so. Big chance on the break now. Shooting chance for Stoppelkamp. Blasted off the defender and away, but that was rough in the defence from Rot-Weiss Essen. They struggled in their first game, losing 5-1. And there were signs of that defensive frailty here. Corner ball. Outswinger with the right foot. That's a good header, and it's into the back of the net too. Listen to that in Duisburg. They've hit the front through Bacalors, and it's only 5.5 minutes gone here at the MSV Arena. The corner was right on point for the number 6, and the Zebras have headed themselves in front early on in the derby. Incredible scenes here in Duisburg, but what a header that was. Bacalors lucky a second ago not to go into the book, and instead he's got his name written on the score sheet here. 15 years they waited for this derby, and then just under 6 minutes it took for the opening goal. He was backpedaling, he was free, and he powered the header and placed it perfectly into the far corner. Jakob Goldsing goal, absolutely powerless to defend. Full stretch with the dive. The right hand didn't get anywhere near the ball. A brilliant header from Bacalors. First goal of the season on match day 2, and Duisburg hit the front early on. Just what the derby needed to fire things up even more, as if the crowd needed any excuse to get more excited. What can Rot-Weiss Essen offer in terms of a response? It was a really tough entry to the 3rd division for them last week, playing against fellow promoted side Elversberg, and they were torn apart 4-1 down with 26 minutes on the clock. That was all, and they were behind after 7 minutes in that game. Manager Krzysztof Zabrowski will be pretty sick to see that they're behind after 7 minutes once again, making life hard for themselves, Rot-Weiss Essen. And it's another corner for Duisburg as well. Stoppelkamp again looking for the right footer, swung it in this time. That's a loose pass out though, could be a break on for Rot-Weiss Essen. Good running forward, pace down the left hand side, and the ball in is blocked. Enali tried everything to get that into the area, There's the derby spirit for Rot-Weiss Essen. We've barely had time to catch our breath here in the opening 8 minutes. But if you're wondering about the starting lineups, I'll run through them. Home side, Duisburg, 2 changes. Vincent Müller in goal. Koller, Zenger, Mai and Frey across the back 4. It's Baccalors the goal scorer, and Joshua Bitter, one of the changes there. Bitter in the defensive midfield role. Chinedu Ekene, the other change on the left wing. Moritz Stoppelkamp, the captain, in the attacking midfield in the centre. Marvin Ayani on the right, and Ala Bakir up front for Rot-Weiss Essen. Christoph Dabrowski was happy to go with the same starting 11 that were beaten 5-1 on Matchday 1. He wanted to give those players a chance to make up for it, and that's a nice attempt at the pass forward. Nearly a first glimpse at goal for the players in red. Didn't go their way though. Referee thought about playing the advantage, carried things on, but it'll be an Essen free kick. They've got Jakob Goltz in goal. He's picked the ball out of the back of his net once already from that fabulous Marvin Baccalors header. In the defence, it's Felix Herzenbruch, Felix Bastians, Daniel Heber the captain, and Sandro Plechati. Defensive midfield, Bjorn Rötter and Niklas Tarnat. As they launch one forward, it's headed on. It's going to go straight out for a goal kick though. The attacking midfield trio, it's Isaiah Young from the USA on the left, Cedric Habenbrock in the middle, Lawrence Inali on the right. We've seen him actually switch over to the left already in the early stages of this one. He's been bursting down that left-hand side behind Ron Belinsky, scorer last time out. He's on an incredible scoring run actually, Belinsky, between his old club SCFL and his new club Rot-Weiss Essen. He was one of the shining lights in that defeat on Matchday 1. He did get on the score sheet with a tap-in. Young set him up, but they've got more defending to do this time, Essen. They can't be thinking about their attacking options. There's a slip in the defence as well, and it's blazed over the top in the end. Big chance for the number 19, Chinedu Ekene. The ball just came right into his feet, and as soon as he hit it, it was going up and away. Heber threw himself at it, and it did just enough to put off the 23-year-old. But he'd fancy having that one back. And the Rot-Weiss Essen fans on the right of your screen still chanting and singing in large numbers. They're not too bothered, not yet anyway. There's plenty of football still to be played here, and they're going to win the ball back in the midfield. It's chipped forward, direct into the box, could be a chance. Frustration for Rot-Weiss Essen. That was a chance. I wondered why the ball was so early into the box. Looked like the wrong option to me, but it was absolutely on point for Lawrence Inali. It was more akin to something from the American football lines that we can see painted on the turf here at the MSV Arena. It was almost a quarterback-esque pass over the top. Inali had to watch it come over his shoulder. Couldn't quite bring it under control and get a shot away. Duisburg throw, high intensity in the first 11 and a half minutes. That's how much we've played so far. If you're just joining us, it's the first derby in 15 years between Duisburg and Essen. The derby on the Rhine, nestled in between Düsseldorf and Dortmund. It feels like an occasion worthy of a team like Dortmund tonight. Absolutely Bundesliga level this. Incredible fans, incredible atmosphere, brilliant stadium. And so far, the good football has come from Duisburg, to be fair. Essen just growing into the game. But it was a Duisburg corner, headed perfectly into the top corner by Marvin Baccalors in the blue and white of MSV Duisburg. Both teams had the weekend off last weekend. It was Cup weekend. Neither of them are involved in the German Cup. Looked like a painful one there. Essen are going to play on though. Inali. It's been the biggest threat so far for the players in red, but that's a foul. A little trip on the way out. Duisburg can stop the pressure building. And as I said, both teams had the weekend off last weekend. Only the top sides from the previous season play in the DFB Cup, actually, from the third division. Other than that, it's the top divisions, the top two divisions, and the regional cup winners. But they both used their weekend to play a friendly against lower league opposition, and both came out 4-1 winners to build a bit of confidence after their defeats on Matchday 1. Duisburg didn't get to do much attacking in their opening day defeat to Osnabrück. It was all about their new goalkeeper, Vincent Müller. He made a string of wonderful saves in the game. He's only 21 years of age, Müller, signed from the youth team of PSV Eindhoven in Holland. Beaten in the end by an absolutely world-class goal from Sven Köhler. It took more than 80 minutes to get one past Müller. When it came, it was something very, very special. A thunderbolt on the half volley from way, way outside the area. And the keeper was powerless against that one. But for the rest of the day, he looked very good indeed, Müller. And Rot-Weiss Essen are yet to test him tonight. Into the 15th minute. All looking good for Thorsten Siegner and MSV Duisburg at this early stage. Marvin Ayani there, just stopping Essen from building at the back. It's another throw-in, but that one's gone all the way through somehow. Essen have done well there on the left to work that out. Isaiah Young, 24-year-old American. He's made 75 appearances in the red of Rot-Weiss Essen. He's got 11 goals as well since joining from the Werder Bremen second team back in 2020. Got the assist on Matchday 1 as well, setting up new striker Ron Bielinski. Did all the hard work for Bielinski, actually put the ball right onto the goal line. Bielinski just had to knock it in, and that's a great through ball. It's a long one, and again, the early ball has been very, very accurate from Essen. Struggling at the moment to build anything slowly, but the direct passes are paying dividends. Marvin Singer marshalling his defence there. Duisburg will have to be alert. What can Essen do from the corner kick? Plenty of red shirts moving around in the box. They go short. They've got an overlap option as well. It's a little bit overhit. Out to the edge of the box. Good defending in the end. Really strong defending from Sebastian May. He knew exactly what he was doing there. Really good stuff. Lawrence Anali again on the ball in the box for Rot-Weiss Essen. Looks very comfortable on the ball. May had to be careful. Didn't dive in. The former Dynamo Dresden defender did a good job, but it's an Essen throw. Lifted into the box once more and flicked on. Big chance for an equaliser, and it crashes off the crossbar. So close for Rot-Weiss Essen, and Müller was just inches away from being beaten in the early stages here. There's the response from Rot-Weiss Essen. That's what Krzysztof Dabrowski was looking for. It's headed on. I'm not sure how much Ron Bielinski knew about that. Swung a foot at it, knocked him on the head as well, and ended right at the feet of his teammate. It was crashed back off the crossbar. So close, but Essen have to be alert here. Big pressure from Duisburg. That's a loose ball forward. Essen a little lucky to get that back so quickly. And there's no denying it. Rot-Weiss Essen are growing into this game. Good defensive header. What can Duisburg do to try and wrestle back some of the momentum that they had in the early stages of the game? The Essen fans can feel something starting to grow here. The team are just looking a bit better on the ball, able to just exert a bit more pressure on MSV Duisburg. It's back with Vincent Müller. Very new look defence this season for Duisburg. Müller, the new number 1 in goal. Koller, the left back, is new. Singer is new from St. Pauli. Mai is new from Dynamo Dresden. It's only Marlon Frey who's made a considerable number of appearances in the blue and white. But Mai looking very comfortable already. Actually scored an own goal against Borussia Mönchengladbach in a pre-season friendly, Mai. So it wasn't the best of starts to his time at Duisburg. But in third league action, he's looking very, very good. That's a nutmeg there from Duisburg on the way forward. Marvin Singer it was. Not sure he meant it, but he knocked it straight through the legs of his opponent. And Duisburg are still going here. Singer's moved forward into the D. He's surely going to get a free kick here. No. To the shock of 28,000 or thereabouts in the MSV Arena. Ala Bakir protesting. He was moving forward towards the D, looking to get into the area. From the first view, it looked like a clear-cut one, but there's a better look at it. And credit must go to Patrick Idrich, the referee. Ala Bakir was on his way down before any contact came. Very, very good spot from the referee. Young Jordanian Bakir with the number 9 jersey, actually perhaps a little lucky not to get a yellow card for diving there. It's another good challenge. Duisburg looking brilliant in defence at the moment as we approach 20 minutes played. Essen are starting to test them. Again, they try and go direct in behind the defence. This time it's Marvin Singer who's absolutely on point with the sliding challenge. That's 2 or 3 now, which had they been wrong by just a millimetre or a millisecond, could easily have been a penalty for the guests. As it was, they were both perfect. That one from Marvin Ayani, not quite so perfect though. Bakir just brings him away. Just a high foot and a free kick in the midfield. No doubt about it. Nicholas Tarnat did hit the ground a little easily, but fair dues, the foot was high. It was up near his face, and the referee will give those all day long. Take a look at that. It's not just Duisburg fans who've packed in here tonight. The Essen fans playing their part as well. In a truly wonderful atmosphere. Friday night football at its finest in the German third division. And it's Duisburg who lead through the early header from Marvin Bakalors. Work to do for Krzysztof Dabrowski. He trusted the same 11 as the last game where they were beaten so heavily. Despite the early goal, they've not looked too bad. Definitely chances for them. It's Lawrence Inali who's actually won his team a throw in there. Inali's been one of the danger men for Essen so far. Throw in from Herzenbruch. What kind of options has he got in the red shirts ahead of him? It's lifted forward and headed away. Here we go again then. Pretty much a direct repeat. Herzenbruch, and he gets it back and might have a chance to lift it into the box with the left foot. He does. It's a little bit aimless though. He was hoping for the fullback to be bursting forward into the area, but it didn't quite have enough power on it to get over into that far corner. And it was an easy gather from Vincent Müller, who could watch it all the way in, come out to the edge of his area and gather under very little pressure. Nice passing on the left from Duisburg, and the quick passing's paid off. Essen have it back and they're looking to break. Free kick goes Essen's way as well. The home fans not too happy about that. Felix Herzenbruch, and he's given it away. Chance on the right for Duisburg. Ayani cuts back. He's got an option back there as well, though. Return pass might just stay in play. No. Just a little bit overhit. Down towards the byline. Nothing that Marvin Ayani, the 28-year-old, could do about it. Made close to 100 appearances for Halesha before joining Duisburg. He's got on the score sheet 3 times. Will there be a chance for him to get a 4th tonight? Marvin Ayani would have been in a good position to provide an assist, but that one just ran out of play. Will it do the same for Essen? It won't, and they'll get themselves a corner by the looks of it too. Linesman points for a goal kick instead. Thumbs up from Berlinski. Tried his best to keep that one in play. It looked as though it had come back off the defender. Perhaps it clipped the Essen number 9 as well. He didn't make any kind of complaints about the goal kick being given, and the linesman was pretty certain immediately as well. Might just have been that we didn't get a great look at it from the commentary box or the camera angle either. Good back heel, clever football. It's a thunderous challenge coming in, and Rot-Weiss Essen are earning themselves a few little wins here. Just starting to get on top of the challenges, win some of the individual duels. Duisburg free kick. They're not in any kind of rush to take it. We just tick around to 25 minutes gone. 20 minutes remaining in this first half. It's been fairly breathless stuff, really. Very much the Derby Day feeling coming to life. A full house at the MSV Arena in Duisburg. And that got a bit scrappy, but Essen have come away with it. They've got runners forward if they can find them. The defence in a really good position. Duisburg did very well to close down the options for Essen on the break there, and now they have it themselves on the left. Nicholas Kuller on the overlap. Will it come back to him? It doesn't. They go inside instead, and there's a shooting chance. Keeper Goltz at full stretch, but watched it go wide in the end of the far post. Stoppelkamp, the 35-year-old, with all the experience, he knew what to do there. It was a nice 1-2 actually, with Ala Bakir. Clever football, and the right-footed strike was not too far away. I wouldn't describe it as comfortable for Jakob Goltz, the young goalkeeper. Clever attacking football from Duisburg, and this time the press has paid off again. Chance on the right-hand side. Cross is faked. Essen facing back towards their own goal. Goltz, the former Hamburg youngster, clears it away, and Essen have won this in a good position. Chance to break forward over into Duisburg territory. Sandro Plechety comes up with a throw-in for Essen. It's chipped into the box. Where's that going to fall? Good body strength. And it comes to Herzenbruch. Lifts it in with the right foot. Good effort. Duisburg defence weren't quite expecting that cross to come in so quickly. Herzenbruch giving it a go with the right foot and putting in a good cross, but once again, when it counted, the Duisburg defenders are looking very good, and their attack is functioning pretty fluidly as well. Yellow card, the first one of the evening. Lawrence Inali picks it up. He's He's been more effective in the attacking third for Essen than he was there. Credit to him for trying to chase back, but he was just a split second late. And again, it was a nice passing combination from Duisburg. The rolling flick was a pretty good one, it has to be said. Nicholas Köhler, the fullback, advancing down the left-hand side, picks up a free kick for his team. And it could be a dangerous one from there. Stoppelkamp stands over it, whips it in towards the penalty area. Not a bad one, but the red shirts managed to hack it clear, and they've kept it in play too. Essen throw. Their little response to falling behind has somewhat fallen flat in the last 10 minutes or so. Felix Bastians looking to gain a few yards. Slides in all the way. I think he lost his footing and he wanted a free kick. And it took the referee a second. But the away team do indeed have that free kick. Goalkeeping coach picks up a yellow card. It's a little bit unnecessary on the Duisburg bench. He wasn't happy about the decision there. Felix Bastians was at full speed. Once he hit the ground, he slid all the way through everybody. Here's another look at it. He actually had his hand up as an apology in the first place. I think he was saying he couldn't stop sliding through everybody. Nearly took out a couple of Duisburg players. That's a good effort with the head. Daniel Heber tried to lift it on. He did extend the cross, but didn't find a teammate. Here come Duisburg on the counter. Plenty of red shirts getting back, but blue shirts piling forward as well. Can't quite describe it as end-to-end stuff because the teams are struggling to get into the final third of their opponents, but it's very much a back-and-forth battle in the midfield at least. Bielinski using his strength well, just making it difficult for the Duisburg defence. First time in a while there that Duisburg looked a bit panicked. They had time and space to look forward. Just had a hit and hope pass out to the left-hand channel, but nobody was anywhere near it. Essen throw. Just over half an hour gone. That's won back cleanly from Duisburg, and they've got a chance to come forward again. They look dangerous every time they break now. Quick pass, but it's too close to Heber. Easy one for the Essen captain. Another long ball down the right-hand channel, and now Duisburg are starting to deal with those a little bit better than they did earlier. They've adjusted to Christoph Dabrowski's tactics. The men in red have tried the chip-through balls from distance, bypassing the midfield, the busy midfield. And a couple of times they've got in behind, or at least threatened to, turned it into a really good foot race. Forced Duisburg to defend, going backwards quickly towards their own goal, but that time Duisburg were wise to it. New tactics needed from Rot-Weiss Essen perhaps. Herzenbruch goes backwards, pressure on as well. Nothing doing for Rot-Weiss Essen right now. Joshua Bitter down the right hand side. Herzenbruch's clearance didn't quite go to plan. Needed a teammate to smash it clear downfield. Now it's a bit of head tennis. There's going to be a free kick there though. Clash was a bit of a heavy one. Essen not too happy. Marlon Frey, the 26-year-old, hit the deck. Essen fans still in fine voice, as they were indeed, it should be said, when at this stage of the game on Matchday 1 they were 4-1 down, having also missed a penalty. Nonetheless, the fans at home on that occasion were still here, still there to cheer on their team, give them all the support that they could. Didn't do them too much good. Incredible opening phase in that game. 4-1 down, behind after 7 minutes. 4-1 down in less than half an hour. Very strange penalty decision as well. Gave Rot-Weiss Essen the chance to level up from the spot. Cedric Hagenbrock missed it, and the follow-up was saved as well. Now they've got defending to do though. They can't be thinking about spot kicks missed in previous games. They need to build something in this one. If you're just joining us, with just over 10 minutes to go to the break, it's Duisburg in front of thousands and thousands of their own fans at the MSV Arena. They lead through an early Marvin Bakalor's header. Perfectly placed into the top corner past Jakob Goltz in the Essen goal. And this man who smashes the ball away into the stands is the one who's come closest for Rot-Weiss Essen. Daniel Heber, the captain, received a knockdown in the box when he was forward, and he smashed the half volley off the Duisburg crossbar. That's as close as Essen have come to a leveller. They did respond well in the early stages. The game has broken down into a more even contest at the moment. Both teams trying their own thing, and Essen trying just like that with long balls over the midfield. Can they earn themselves a cheap corner perhaps? They did well to put the defence under pressure. No corner, but instead a throw-in deep into Duisburg territory. When they look to take this one long, turn it into a virtual corner kick. They will. Can they flick it on? They can. Is there a shooting chance? Yes, there is, but it's straight into the arms of Vincent Müller. That's a moment for Rot-Weiss Essen. Ron Belinsky. That's exactly what they were looking to do, Christoph Dabrowski's team. Flick on the throw-in. Daniel Heber was on the end of a flick on before. That time it was him who was providing it. A role reversal from their chance after 17 minutes. Belinsky, the 27-year-old, did quite well in terms of power and placement, but lucky for Duisburg, Vincent Müller was right behind it. Niklas Köller, a young man from Hoffenheim's second team. Played as a youth player at Mainz as well. But now, Rot-Weiss Essen have another free kick. You just feel they're building again. Brilliant atmosphere at the MSV Arena, but the fans in the blue and white of Duisburg just falling a little bit quiet as Essen try to wrestle back the control that they had earlier on. It's been back and forth in little 5-minute spells in terms of who's had the upper hand. Good ball in. Had to be put behind. No alternative. Sebastian May looking to marshal the defence. He's come in with lots of new defenders and lots of young defenders as well in the Duisburg squad. May is aiming to make himself the main man. Corner ball, will they go short again? Lots of movement in the box. It's whipped round, it's a bit close to the goalkeeper, headed away. It's a good header as well, high and well out of the area. Duisburg will need to win the knockdown. That's a big clash. Free kick goes Duisburg's way. Cedric Habenbrock, a 24-year-old, is penalised. Didn't really have a chance of getting the ball. It's good positioning. And now Duisburg are on the break. It's a nutmeg. And he's ridden another challenge. Ball into the middle. Nobody was gambling on it. Marvin Ayani at the back post hadn't moved. It was a simple side-footed cross right into the danger area. It wasn't a bad idea at all. That'll please Torsten Ziegner. But you'd expect his opposite number will be a little bit concerned at how easily Duisburg rode those challenges and got into the area in the first place. Goltz in the black of Rot-Weiss Essen looking forward. Only picks out blue and white shirts, so actually they were under no pressure. Could have brought that one down. Instead headed it back towards Rot-Weiss Essen. It's just about stayed in play. There could be a break on down the right now. Options in the middle, options on the flanks as well, and they could even switch it to the left. Plenty of room looking forward. Frey spreads it to that left-hand side. It's cut back, and again the Essen defenders beaten easily. Problems at right back for Rot-Weiss Essen right now. Young ghosted past as if he wasn't there. Again, Young a little bit too motivated, jumping in and committing himself. Sandro Plechety and Isaiah Young just need to get their heads together a little bit for Rot-Weiss Essen, and they'll be thankful of that. Patrick Ittrich cuts them some slack. Essen throw. The fight's still there. Giving everything to win the ball back, and they've done it now. But Duisburg turn it over again very quickly. Free kick. Ron Belinsky's not happy about it. Belinsky still protesting, but it will be a chance for Duisburg to lift something into the area. Bakalot just shoved to the ground. Belinsky thought it was hard but fair. The referee thought it had crossed the line. No surprises to see the 35-year-old Moritz Stoppelkamp standing over the set piece, and he's going to deliver this one again quickly. It's deep, it's dangerous, and it's headed on, and it's just wide across the face of goal. What a chance for Duisburg to double the lead. Keeper Goltz spilled it, and now Rot-Weiss Essen down at the other end trying to put pressure on the goalkeeper. That's a good long ball too. Well, I'm sure we'll see that one again in just a second. That was so close. Stoppelkamp's free kick just kept on moving, kept on swinging towards the back post. It was a good header down, but the keeper should have gathered it really. Marvin Senger was following up, and it was the two defenders who combined. Mai with the first header, Senger with the follow-up. Somehow Senger managed to press that ball across the face of goal, but not across the line. Big let-off for Rot-Weiss Essen here. Duisburg now with the upper hand once again. Oh, that one took a bit of a funny bounce. It was easy really for Jakob Goltz, but after it spun off a defender from the challenge, might have caught him out. To give Goltz his credit, he dealt with it easily. It was me that was caught out really. It didn't go where I expected it to go. I thought for a second in the sunlight there that it might bounce past Jakob Goltz. Would have been a pretty embarrassing one to concede had he done so. Essen not thinking about conceding right now though. They're thinking about getting one on the score sheet. Herzenbruch again gave it a go with the cross. That time at full stretch. a swing of the left foot, and the ball is all the way through and out on the far side. It's back with Goltz. Daniel Heber. Cedric Hagenbrock. Essen with some work to do if they're to trouble Duisburg, certainly before the break. Both teams now probably looking forward to that half-time team talk. They don't have long to wait for it. Again, the combination play in tight spaces on the left is very, very good from Duisburg. It's fast and it's accurate, and it's causing all sorts of problems for Rot-Weiss Essen. Now there's a break on. That's a chip and charge. Lawrence Enali, and the shot's blocked, and it's fitting that it would be Enali. Two teammates in the middle really wanted the pass though. Enali just never had control of it in order to do it. The defence worked it well, and look at the celebrations. Marlon Frey, who came across to make the clearance, they celebrated it almost like a goal, the Duisburg defenders. Brilliant stuff. That's what the Derby Day atmosphere does. Felix Herzenbruch with the throw. Essen looking to finish the first half strongly. It's again flicked on. Heber underneath it once again. That's a strong challenge, and it's a tough one. Heber threw himself into it and he went down, and he's going to be out of position now for the Duisburg attack. That's a great ball in behind Sandro Plecherty. Plecherty got back. Thought for a second that he was going to struggle there once the ball had gone behind him. He moved over from Schalke's second team in 2020. He's made more than 60 appearances for Rot-Weiss Essen, so he knows what he's doing in their defence. And he made up for being caught out there on the initial ball. That's the end of 45 minutes. And that is indeed the end of the first half too. Patrick Ittrich doesn't see the need to play any stoppage time. And so we're all done here for the first half. We'll show you the highlights of what was an exciting derby in Duisburg from the first half in just a moment, before we take a quick break. But do stay with us for the second half here, because there's a lot more action to come. Duisburg leading at the moment, 1-0 at the break through the early header from Baccalaurs, but there have been chances. Essen smashed one off the crossbar, and Duisburg nearly doubled the lead before the break. Enjoy the highlights, enjoy your break, and come back for the second half with us in just a moment. The teams are back on the field at the MSV Arena in Duisburg. I'm back in the commentary box, and I hope you're back too. And I hope you're enjoying this derby day in the German 3rd Division. MSV Duisburg 1, Rot-Weiss Essen 0, the half-time score. It's been a furious first half. The long balls of Rot-Weiss Essen have carved out some chances, but no goals for them, just the early header from Duisburg's midfielder Marvin Bacalors. That's what separates the teams at the moment. Essen have hit the bar. Duisburg perhaps should have doubled their lead through defender Marvin Senger. He slotted a rebound just across the face of goal with about 5 minutes to go until the break. But 2 changes for Krzysztof Dabrowski at the half-time interval. Sponsel comes on. He wasn't the only one. Rot-Weiss Essen looking to respond quickly in this second half and change the course of events here. The stand on the right-hand side at the MSV Arena is absolutely chock full of fans in red. Everywhere else completely full with fans in blue and white. It's derby day on the Rhine, Duisburg against Essen. And we're here and we're back for the second half, which is just about to get underway when Patrick Ittrich blows his whistle. What have Rot-Weiss Essen got? Can they respond to falling behind? Who will pick up their first point or points perhaps of the season? At the moment, Duisburg are on course for all 3. Can they hold on to that? Essen winning the ball back with the substitute Micah Sponsel. It's a bit messy though. Out on the left for Duisburg, Stoppelkamp, who's looked really dangerous today. Swung in some brilliant set pieces. That time he tried it from open play. It didn't quite work. So Essen, who struggled with their build-up play throughout the first half, they had to rely on quick long balls. And what have they got now? The camera's missed that one because Duisburg have won it back quickly in the final third. Nobody getting really forward into the box, but Stoppelkamp's got the ball. And when he's on the ball, there could be danger. It's another nice turn. Daniel Heber, the captain, absolutely had his hands full there trying to deal with Moritz Stoppelkamp. So another goal kick and another one taken short by Rot-Weiss Essen. And again, they fail to get the ball out of their own final third and Duisburg have it back. It's just not working with the build-up from Essen. It wasn't in the first half and no sign of that changing yet in the second. Sponsel, the new man, has been nutmegged there. The referee didn't see anything wrong. Essen can continue and they'll try to break out this time, and again it breaks down. Duisburg coming back towards goal. Stoppelkamp has a go, blasted against his teammate Ala Bakir. Frustration for Stoppelkamp. Bakir was just in the way. Difficult to see down this end of the field. Fans have let off flares, but they managed to get it away. Duisburg in no hurry to get this one restarted. They're trying to wait until a little bit of the smoke clears in front of their goal. Vincent Müller can see enough. He receives the pass and goes long. Heber wins the header though for Rot-Weiss Essen. Back again with Müller. Still the visibility not great, presumably a little better for the players down on the pitch at turf level. They can pick each other out, but there would be a bit of controversy if something goes wrong here. It wasn't the best of balls back to Müller in goal. Had a little bit of a hint of panic about it, but that's well defended, and Essen are going to pick up a free kick there. Bacalors, who was perhaps a touch lucky not to go into the referee's book in the first 5 minutes. He's gone in with another similar challenge, and again Bjorn Rothe can't quite understand it, but again it looks like Bacalors will escape going into the referee's book. There was a late challenge, there was clear contact, and here's Bjorn Rothe again. New from Hansa Rostock. Played more than 40 times there. Trying to make his mark in the red of Rot-Weiss Essen as well. That's the new man on the field, Thomas Eisfeld. Makes a little impression with a good turn. That's why Essen still have possession. That's going to be a free kick, is it? Not sure whether Bitter was penalised or not there. The way the players are setting up, it looks like he was. Free kick chance for Rot-Weiss Essen. Duisburg made a very good fist of something from a similar situation in the first half. It was Stoppelkamp's ball in that so nearly led to a second Duisburg goal. That one just swung towards the back post and kept on going. Will Essen try something similar? This one's a bit more central towards the penalty spot, and that's why it's headed away more simply. And here's a 2-on-2 break now. Pass through the middle is a really good one. What can they do from here, Duisburg? They can double the lead with a fantastic finish. Moritz Stoppelkamp in the derby. Essen 2 down, just 5 minutes after the interval. Duisburg in dreamland here. Stoppelkamp soaking up the atmosphere in the MSV Arena. It was a brilliant break. It was a fantastic finish. And who else but the number 10, Moritz Stoppelkamp, who's been so dangerous in blue and white today. The Duisburg fans who have packed their house today are loving this. Stoppelkamp's loving it too, and why wouldn't he be? Take a look at the pass from Ala Bakir. The young Jordanian picked his spot to carve open the defence, and it was a 2-on-2, but they made it look so easy. Stoppelkamp with a clever touch to get the ball back onto his left foot, and the finish was inch perfect beyond the despairing dive of Jakob Goltz. Nothing he could do from there. He would have just been praying that it went past the far post. Moritz Stoppelkamp did not miss though. What a player. Close to 50 goals for Duisburg. The 35-year-old is still going strong. What an impact he's made at this team since joining in 2017. Pushing 200 appearances in all. 47 goals, now 48. Very impressive stuff from Moritz Stoppelkamp, and that was a particularly good one, it has to be said. Duisburg looking very good now. The long balls from Essen haven't really paid off. The build-up play has never quite clicked from Krzysztof Dabrowski's team. And listen to the fans at the MSV Arena now. They're right behind their team, enjoying everything from this Derby Day occasion. A game 15 years in the making. 2006-07, right at the end of that season, was the last time these two rivals met, separated by just a handful of kilometres. Duisburg on the Rhine, Essen basically merged with Duisburg. That's why so many have turned out today. This is a duel for the ages, really, between the two clubs. They've played several times in the Bundesliga over the years. Easy to forget now that the likes of Rot-Weiss Essen actually are former Bundesliga winners from the 50s. They've won the DFB Pokal as well, the National Cup competition here in Germany. And now the two teams find themselves in the third division. But for Essen, it's a step up. They've climbed up after winning the German Regional League. The Regional League West, anyway. One of several regional leagues, of course, in Germany. And that's how they find themselves back in the third division. But it's been a baptism of fire so far. Losing the first game 5-1 and now trailing 2-0 in their second. It's not been an easy start to life. Can they reduce the deficit? Free kick headed on. There's a big clash in the box too. Essen still have it. They lift it back into the middle. Will it fall for the captain? He's done well to win the aerial duel. But Duisburg with the head tennis. And eventually they get it away. Essen throw though. They need a quick response. They played well in the first half for 10 or 12 minutes after falling behind. But does Krzysztof Dabrowski have anything up his sleeve for Essen in the second half? Out on the right, but it's cleared away. Appeals for handball. Patrick Ittrich, the referee, thought so too. The linesman as well signalled it for him. Essen free kick. Another one in a fairly decent position. Eisfeld, the half-time substitute, will be the one to take it. Joined in Winter, and he's gone right into the 6-yard box. It was a punch away from Müller. Didn't feel confident catching the ball so close to his own goal. And again, there's a break on. Important intervention to stop Duisburg doing the same as they did just a few moments ago. Essen leaving all sorts of space in behind now, and they have to do so. They'd already had that philosophy at 1-0 down. Now they need that even more at 2-0. They've got no choice but to leave room. Just trying to get players forward. There have been signs of life. It's not been a particularly flat display from Rot-Weiss Essen, that's fair to say. Daniel Heber crashed a shot off the bar in the first half. The long balls have given the Duisburg defence things to think about on several occasions in the game. But in terms of the passages of play and the overall balance, Duisburg a good value for their lead. Ala Bakir looking for a free kick, waved back to his feet though. The home crowd can't believe that. The young striker played for Borussia Dortmund's second team 40 times. Almost up to that number of appearances now for Duisburg. He's not got as many goals as he perhaps would have liked to. But his through ball for the second Duisburg goal today was something good of its own right. It was one of those passes that just cut through the Essen defence. If he'd got it wrong and hit a defender, Moritz Stoppelkamp would have had his head in his hands in frustration, but at the same time, you've got to give credit where it's due. He threaded it right through the defence, and Stoppelkamp did the rest. That's why it's 2-0. Bakir can't believe he didn't get a free kick there. So a little bit better this from Essen. The ball just runs away from the number 28, Michael Sponsel. Double change then. No surprise that it's Krzysztof Dabrowski who's making it. Something else really needed. Herzenbruch is off, Tarnath is off as well. So Simon Engelmann in the number 11 jersey, brought on to much fanfare for Rot-Weiss Essen. Unsurprisingly, it's a very attacking change. Tarnath, the midfielder, off. Engelmann, the forward, brought on. Fantastic goal record that Simon Engelmann has from the lower divisions. What can he offer at third division league football in Germany? That's a nice pass out to the right hand side. Duisburg, it's whipped into the middle, headed away well. Duisburg still coming though. Ayani just runs out of room in the end. That's a cynical haul down to the ground, and it will be a yellow card. Faint protest from Joshua Bitter. Can't really have any complaints about that. Just hold him down. Stop the Essen break. Essen back to the keeper. This isn't where they need the ball though, with half an hour of normal time to play. They're really up against it. 2 goals behind against the Duisburg side. Roared on by so many fans here at the MSV Arena. They're really in the driving seat now. Young, that's good footwork, but he's just overrun it. Referee played the advantage. He went back quite a long way there. Duisburg fans not happy. Would have probably been a foul against Isaiah Young. He got back to his feet and did really well. But once he ran the ball away and just lost control of it, the referee was rather generous to bring it back for an Essen free kick, and they've still got the ball here. Again, up against a whole load of blue and white shirts. Engelmann digs out to throw in. It's the best he can do for now. Ball into the middle, headed up and over. Nice try from Daniel Heber. He always looks dangerous when he gets into the box. The experienced captain. Played well over 100 times for Rot-Weiss Essen. And he scored 12 goals. And he was only a lick of paint away from a 13th today. Fired a half volley off the crossbar in the first half from pretty close range. That was a big, big chance for Essen for what would have been the leveller for 1-1 at the time. Now they find themselves with double the trouble at 2-0 down. Back here, just ran down a cul-de-sac there, and that's a pretty rash challenge, another late one. There wasn't a huge amount of contact, but still a case to be made for another yellow card there for Duisburg. They've got to be a little bit careful. They don't really need to change the order at the moment. They've given that away. It's a huge, hefty challenge sliding in, but the ball was cleanly won. Everybody back to their feet and playing on. And Bakir, the Jordanian, looking for another accurate pass out to the right, and he's got it, you know. Marvin Ayani got the first touch, and he's been caught holding that right ankle. The card comes out. Again, that was danger created by Bakir. And the man who's just come onto the field, Moritz Römling, can't have too many complaints about the yellow cards. The 21-year-old loaned out from VfL Bochum. He was playing on loan in the third division last year at Türkgücü Munich. This year, loaned out to Essen, looking to get some minutes under his belt at the professional level, but it wasn't a great start to the game for the Rot-Weiss Essen number 2. Marvin Ayani still down. 28-year-old was holding that right foot of his after the challenge. Hopefully Ajani's okay. Here's another look at the late tackle from Römling. There was a heavy bit of contact actually. His foot was still on the ground when the contact came in as well. It didn't just clip him in the air and knock him to the ground. Certainly a painful knock for the number 20. Looks as though he'll be okay at least for a while to try and carry on. And he won't mind that a couple more minutes have gone by since the challenge from the number 2 Moritz Römling. And what's more, Essen will have to defend this. Stoppelkamp. Several dangerous set pieces today from him, and one fabulous finish as well for 2-0. What can he do from this set piece? Stoppelkamp, ball in towards the near post. It's headed away well. Essen can't win the follow-up though. Duisburg have it back. Bakir, good athleticism to just pace away from the Rot-Weiss Essen defenders. He's fed Marvin Bakalours, scorer of the early goal in the first half. Goals inside 6.5 minutes in both the first and second halves. That's why Duisburg lead 2-0 if you're just joining us. Bakalours with the header 6 minutes into the game. Stoppelkamp with a brilliant cutback and left-footed finish, bent into the far post, into the back of the net, inside the far post. Just about 7 minutes after the restart. Friday evening football in the German third division. It feels more like a Bundesliga match tonight, with 28,500 fans in the MSV Arena. The sold-out derby, and it's Duisburg who are on top at the moment and looking good. Essen need to find some new answers to the Duisburg challenge. Of course, there's still a lot of time left. If Essen can get back on the board, then the complexion of the game will change completely. But at the moment, MSV Duisburg look to be in command. No big chances of note really in this second half, but here could be one. Just as I say, there haven't been any. Shooting chance for Belinsky, and he's teed it up across the middle, and Essen do have the goal back. Would you believe it? Out of nowhere, it's the substitute Simon Engelmann, the man with so many goals at regional league level, and now he's on the board in the third division as well. That is exactly what Krzysztof Dąbrowski wanted when he brought on the number 11, Engelmann. He has repaid his manager's faith in just a few minutes, and it's come out of nowhere for Essen. Suddenly Belinsky had the chance, the shot blocked again, but he had the composure on the rebound not to slice it again, but instead pick out his teammate in the middle. And it was a very good finish indeed from Simon Engelmann. All of the nous, all of the composure that he showed in the regional leagues, he's shown it again here. How important might that be for Rot-Weiss Essen, and how important is that in the complexion of the game? I just said around about 90 seconds ago that a goal for Essen could change things entirely, and it has indeed come about. What happens now? Duisburg haven't looked the slightest bit nervy tonight. Will that be different going forward from here? Now suddenly the euphoria of the second goal from Moritz Stoppelkamp has just evaporated from the shock goal for Rot-Weiss Essen. Duisburg, they'll believe in themselves though. They've had the quality, they've had the upper hand in footballing terms today. If they build on that, they can still go on to secure a comfortable win. But Essen right back in it now. More than 20 minutes to play. Suddenly there's a sniff of a point, or perhaps even more, for Christoph Dabrowski and Rot-Weiss Essen. Essen again struggling in the build-up play. Still attempting the pass right out from the back. It's not been a successful endeavour for them today. Once again Duisburg win control of the ball back. Stoppelkamp. Slightly fortunate bounce for the 1-2 Stoppelkamp, but he's done really well there. Has a go with the left foot. Wanted the handball actually against Bjorn Rotter. He'll have to make do with the constellation of a corner kick for Duisburg. Good response to the Essen goal. Bit of a test of character here for MSV Duisburg, but they've got the corner, that one straight into the goalkeeper's gloves. Jakob Goltz gathers it easily. And he looks long and he looks there quickly. Nice try from Lawrence Inali. He wanted the knockdown. I'm not sure whether that was inspired defending to win the ball after it had gone past, or a bit of luck. That's a lovely ball into the area though. Essen have equalised. 2 goals in 3 minutes, and it's Lawrence Inali with the leveller. The first through ball into the Duisburg penalty area that's been anything dangerous in the second half. And Inali was ice cold as he slotted it into the far corner for 2-2. And who saw this coming just 4 minutes ago? Suddenly, Essen come roaring back in the derby. Duisburg catching their breath and looking to the substitutes bench already. Incredible stuff here. Duisburg done on the break. A little deflection on the pass through into the middle, but Lawrence Inali kept his head cool, and the man on loan from Hanover slotted it in as calm as you like. Well, double damage for Essen in just a couple of minutes. Really, that did not look like it was on the cards. Duisburg looked so comfortable. And if you're a Duisburg fan watching out there, I do apologise for the commentator's curse, as I said that they were looking so comfortable and so much in control of the game. And a goal could change everything for Essen. Lo and behold, it did just that. And look at them now. They've got an extra spring in their step, the Reds. Suddenly the fans singing that bit louder. The atmosphere picking up again in the MSV Arena. It's been a fabulous feast of football on this Friday evening in the German third division. Free kick Essen. Everything just starting to fall their way. Sebastian May cannot believe it. He looked untouchable in the first half. He'll be furious that his defence have conceded twice in quick succession. The lead is gone in the blink of an eye. If you joined us 5 minutes ago, you picked a great time, especially if you're an Essen fan. If you're just joining us now, it's been 2 goals from Essen in the last couple of minutes. And they're looking for another one. Dangerous header in the box, that could have gone anywhere. The defensive header's missed. Overhead kick attempt from Bjorn Rotter. 10 out of 10 for effort. Never got the power on it, but when things are going your way, why not try and just keep that with you? That looks like a clumsy challenge. Referee thinks so too. Patrick Ittrich. Joshua Bitter's got to be careful. He's in the book already. Inali, the scorer of the leveller. stays down. He took a knock on the head by the looks of it. Bitter was watching the ball most of the way down there, in fairness to him, number 29, but once he got wind that Laurent Sinali was underneath him, he clattered into him, the young 20-year-old. Free kick again for Essen. That's in towards the front post. Lovely back heel. Really nice idea with the setup. And Bjorn Rotter was waiting for it. Suddenly, MSV Duisburg absolutely on the back foot here. What a turnaround. It's only a few moments ago that Krzysztof Dabrowski made a double change. And now it looks to be a completely different game. Simon Engelmann with the first goal back. And now Laurent Sinali with the leveller. And all of a sudden it's Duisburg looking to the bench. They're the ones who need to shift momentum. Back and forth like a seesaw in this second half. Insert your cliches and your metaphors for a game of two halves, but this one has just swung back suddenly in the favour of Rot-Weiss Essen. Offensive power coming on. Aziz Bouhadouz. He's the second 35-year-old in the attacking third for Duisburg now. Bouhadouz, the Moroccan, just as old as teammate Stoppelkamp, but Stoppelkamp has had a fantastic game for Duisburg, so age is but a number, that's for sure. If Bouhadouz can have anything like the impact that Stoppelkamp's had in this game, then Duisburg have certainly got the talent, they've got the quality in their 11 to play their way out of this trouble that they find themselves in. But at the moment, they're up against it. Free kick. Bouhadouz digs that out as his first contribution to the game. Another change lining up. Looks like Kasper Jander, central midfielder who played in the opening game of the season, only 19 years of age, moved up from the under-19s only in the winter gone. Into the last 15 minutes here, and surely we're going to see more twists and turns. They've gone direct there, tried to catch the goalkeeper unawares. They've turned free kick into corner. It wasn't a bad idea. Everybody looking for the swinging ball towards the back post. Instead, it was hit with a bit of sting towards the front post and it came off the wall. Corner ball is high. It was a dangerous one. Red shirts and blue and white right underneath it. Luckily for Rot-Weiss Essen, nobody could turn it goalwards. It was a decent delivery. The keeper had no chance to come and claim it. Into the box. Stoppelkamp goes to ground. Stays down as well, Moritz Stoppelkamp. Looks to be in some kind of discomfort. Took a knock to the ribs perhaps, but referee Patrick Ittrich certainly unmoved. There won't be a penalty coming the way of Duisburg. Not for that action anyway. Here's another look at it. Stoppelkamp, in fairness, you can see him. He had his eyes on the defender and he knew what he was doing there. He was looking for a body check, looking to earn a penalty perhaps. The referee not having any of it. Last time these two teams met in a competitive match, back in 2007, right at the end of the season. Duisburg won to go up into the Bundesliga. Essen would only go downwards from there, and they'd be playing in the regional leagues. And they fought back after 15 years. The teams meet again in the third division, and it's been a derby worthy of the wait, really. Bielinski's gone down. Free kick for Essen. Set pieces playing their part now in the second half. Bit of flow taken out of the game with the substitutions, and a pretty high number of set pieces from similar positions. Change for Rot-Weiss Essen. Lawrence Inali, the scorer of the second goal, is going off. I didn't really see that coming. Ogusan Kefkia, the 30-year-old from Wuppertal, just down the road. Dortmund youth player coming on. Ball into the box, too close to the goalkeeper. Nothing doing for Essen on that occasion. Well, what do you think from the Essen fans? Would they take this now, having been 2-0 down and looking very much out of the game? You'd suspect they'd probably take the points, but there's still 10 minutes to go and a lot of football left to be played, and now it's anybody's game. Break on the left, ball into the middle, diving header away. Everybody at full commitment in this derby. No surprise. Close to 30,000 fans cheering everybody on. Nobody's going to give up on this one. Duisburg will certainly not have given up on their ambitions of taking the win either. They may have suffered a pretty big setback with those two Essen goals, but there's still lots to do. The challenges from Isaiah Young, again, absolutely full of commitment, but perhaps a little bit too much. Sliding where he thought the ball was going to go. Didn't win the ball and was beaten. That's a good ball in. Keeper's punch away is not a bad one either. Good control. Duisburg have it again. It's well blocked on the edge of the box. Frey knocks it out to the wing, but it was a bit high. Free kick goes against the new man, Kefkia, and he's found himself straight in the book as well. Referee gestures that he might have had his arm out, but it was a heavy hit. Ajani's been in the wars a bit today, took a clattering there and went to ground. Wasn't really necessary. Kefkia trying to get himself up to speed in the derby, trying to show the intensity. Not always easy when you've just come on to try and blend into that kind of environment, but Ogusan Kefkia in the book just seconds after making his way onto the field. And a dangerous free kick for Duisburg once again. How many times have we said that in this second half? It's whipped in, headed onwards. Dangerous header. Duisburg couldn't get on the end of it, but Essen weren't too far away from causing their own goalkeeper some trouble. Corner ball. Duisburg suddenly look like they've set themselves, and they're going to make a go of it for the last few minutes. Stoppelkamp's corner. Keeper's out and punches it with the right hand. It's knocked down and hammered away by Essen. One to chase perhaps for Bielinski. All the way out for a throw-in. Here's a look at the two goals. Bielinski's shot was saved. Credit to him for picking out his teammate who was in acres of space. And here's the second one. Through ball, took a tiny deflection, but Enali did so well to slide it in for 2-2. Those goals coming in the 67th and 71st minutes. A very, very quick turnaround from Rot-Weiss Essen. That's how they've levelled things up at 2-2. But Duisburg aren't done. Essen want more as well. Their momentum seems to have just faded away a little bit in the last minute or so. Interesting that after all the long balls that were played forward by Essen in the first hour or so of the game, both of their goals came on the break with the ball on the ground, really. Stoppelkamp whips it in towards the back post again, and it's another good delivery. Well marshalled by the Essen defence. Sebastian May not able to get forward and get on the end of it. He gave it a go. Scored 3 goals, marauding forward in his time at Dynamo Dresden. You can see why he made a run for the back post for that one. Bit of a Stoppelkamp speciality, whipping those balls in towards the back post. Isaiah Young, first touch was a big one, tried to run all the way round. Would have been something special had he managed it, and that pass is just slightly under hit from the young American. Duisburg have it back. Stoppelkamp on the ball again. Atmosphere at fever pitch now. Both teams know that everything's on the line. Just over 5 minutes to play. Stoppelkamp now into the book. A little tug back. Cynical yellow card. He'll take it. Maiko Sponsel getting involved. Stoppelkamp back over with a quick apology. Just clipped the heels of Björn Rotter. Slam dunk yellow card, you could call that. Essen on the ball. Young just runs out of space. Young missed the challenge as well, and that's a good pass. Bouadou's on the left hand side. Good low ball into the middle, and it's cut out. Maiko Sponsel. Important intervention in the Rot-Weiss Essen defence. Duisburg looking dominant again now. The home team, the more likely to find a winner as it stands. 87th minute. Stoppelkamp corner. The home fans clapping on their team. They want a third goal. Physical battle right in the 6-yard box, but that one's too close to the keeper. That was the intention from Duisburg, trying to get it into the 6-yard box, into the danger zone. Peg back the Essen defence, force the keeper back onto his own goal line as well. But he found a little gap and claimed the ball easily. Good run from Sponsel here. Where can he go? Into a cul-de-sac, but it's a good pass back, and that's a lovely turn from Young. Still got the ball. Young has a shot, slipped as he took it. Nice effort from Isaiah Young. But suddenly it's end-to-end stuff now. Cynical challenge again. Are we going to end 11v11? I'm not sure we are. Rotter there into the book for a drag back. Simply not allowing Kasper Janda to break. Another change. Looks like Wild, the man to come on now. Gordon Wild. Stoppelkamp, his day is done. He's made a huge contribution to the game. A fantastic goal, which at the time made it 2-0 to Duisburg, and it looked like they were heading for a comfortable win, as he soaked in the adulation of the fans here at the MSV Arena. He would not have envisioned this being brought off with a couple of minutes to go and the game at 2-2. Gordon Wild on in his stead. What can he do? The man who's played for DC United, LA Galaxy, Indy 11. New at MSV Duisburg, the 26-year-old. There aren't too many players in the German third division who've had careers in soccer in North America, but Gordon Wild is one of them. He's from Leonberg in Germany, looking to make his mark here in his homeland with Duisburg. Applause from the sidelines. The Essen dugout were happy with that because Ron Belinsky put his body on the line and dug out a free kick. You feel like set pieces now would be the best chance for Essen. They've reverted to how they looked in the first hour now. They're really struggling to create. Duisburg better with the football on the ground. Essen mostly restricted to defensive duties since just about 4 or 5 minutes after the second goal for them. But set piece chance. It's whipped in with the left foot. That was a good ball on as well. Essen can't believe that it's not a corner kick. The Essen fans denied what they wanted. We'll have a closer look at it here. The ball whipped in with the left foot. Who did that come off? Quite clearly off the defender, Sebastian May, actually. No wonder Rot-Weiss Essen are furious with that. There was no red shirt anywhere near that. And credit to the referee and his assistants. They've got a lot of big calls right today. That one was a harsh one on Rot-Weiss Essen. That's a lovely touch from Boaduz, and he's still going. Just ran out of room with the bouncing ball, couldn't bring it down. Tried his best to juggle it through the defence, but here's a chance for Essen. It's a rugby tackle on Isaiah Young. He's going to get a new pair of shorts, he has to. It's completely ripped them there. You don't see that too often. Sebastian May running away. He's definitely in the book. What does Isaiah Young do now? I haven't seen something like that for a while. Isaiah Young was away. He had his shorts torn off him by Sebastian May, the defender. It's been a theme since about an hour. Nobody has let anybody go past them. They know that the two teams are looking to defend and hit on the counter. Essen were not allowed to do it this time, as we're deep into stoppage time now. Another left-footed free kick forward, that time headed away. Good ball forward. They've done well there, Duisburg. That was close to being something very good, but Essen have it back. Player in the middle too. Belinsky's waiting for it. Ball into the middle, chance at the back post, and it's saved. Somehow, Duisburg keep it out. The defender with his body on the line. He's taken a kick to the face there. But that was so close to Rot-Weiss Essen with the turnaround. Felix Bastians was forward. Ron Belinsky was there too. Vincent Müller made the save though. Wow, this is just breathless stuff. What an advert for the German third division. Duisburg with a very promising break, and all of a sudden it's just end-to-end stuff. Engelmann did everything right. The ball across was a really good one, and the misfortune for Essen was only that the header was straight at Vincent Müller. He showed his skills in the first game, Müller, of this season, with several very good stops, and that one might not have been his best, but in terms of his most important, it was right up there. You would have backed him to get across and make the save, but he did it, and the follow-up was blocked too. What an effort from Rot-Weiss Essen, giving everything for the win now in the derby. The highlights reel grows longer and longer by the minute. It's been a brilliant derby, and there's still around about a minute to go. Isaiah Young, great touch to go round on the right hand side. didn't knock it forward enough. Looked as though he was away for a split second. Seemed to have done the hard work against the defender and then just got the next touch wrong. But look at the bank of red fans on the right hand side. MSV Arena absolutely packed in Duisburg today. No wonder this was the top game, or the top spiel as they call it, in the German third division this weekend. Keeper's come up and claimed it, and he's lost it. Goltz fouled nonetheless. Buhaduz tried his best to dispossess the goalkeeper, but Essen free kick. They roll it out to get things started. No more extra time from Patrick Ittrich. That brings the derby to a close. Duisburg 2 up. Essen pegged them back to make it 2-2. A fantastic spectacle and a brilliant advert for the German third division here. Truly a derby worth the wait. 15 years in the making, this derby between Duisburg and Rot-Weiss Essen. The fans came out in force to enjoy every moment of it, and Duisburg would have enjoyed the first hour or so more than the last bit. Essen left the happier of the two teams as they fought back to 2-2. Baccalaurs's header put Duisburg in front early in the first half. A stunning goal on the break from Moritz Stoppelkamp doubled the lead for Duisburg early in the second half, but suddenly Christoph Dabrowski's changes for the Reds of Rot-Weiss Essen did the damage, and Simon Engelmann scored at the third division level after scoring so many times, being such a reliable striker in the regional leagues. And Lawrence Enali, the man on loan from Hanover, slotted in for 2-2, and after that it became an end-to-end encounter. Both teams gave it absolutely everything for the win, and actually it was Rot-Weiss Essen who came closest at the end. That's why Ron Berlinski looks so crestfallen. A brilliant save from close range by Vincent Müller preserved at least a point for Duisburg, who will be disappointed, but both teams in the end pick up their first point of the season in the third division. It's finished Duisburg 2, Essen 2. Stick around for the highlights and join us again next week for more German third division action. What a brilliant advert for the league it's been today. We hope you've enjoyed it. I'm sure you have. A 2-2 draw and plenty of highlights to come.